All right, everyone, here we go with an Is This You reading. It's probably a crazy week for me to do an Is This You reading on a week where I just did an energy weather update earlier today that says easily misunderstood. You know, so we're easily misunderstood this week, and here I am doing one of my more controversial readings. Fine, I'm a glutton. Let's do it. Basically, is this you? I've got a profile of somebody. I told the universe, hey, tell me what's going on. I told the energy, bring me something. To talk to me about somebody. It could be one of you, it could be a whole bunch of you, I don't know. If this is the person, we're going to pull on it. If it's not you, it might be near future influence. If it is you, well, I hope not. Okay, but I mean, it is. Well, look, Tower, crossed by the Knight of Swords. You feel like something's going to happen. Your intuition never lets you down. You got spidey senses. Something's going to happen, Steve. I know it. I can feel it. My life's about to change. Okay. See? Right there. Just pow! Something's going to happen. But it's going to go bad. It's going to go wrong, Steve. I just know it. I don't want something to happen in this energy, Steve, because it's going to go wrong. Okay? 10 swords. Okay? You feel like something's going to happen. 10's at the end, dead end, that lead to a new beginning. It's not necessarily you're all gloom and doom about it. You just feel like something's about to happen and it's going to change everything, and it's probably not going to be for the best. I'm drawn to the black energy on this card. Okay? That particular energy, that in the swords specifically. Okay? Well, your intuition is telling you this. Okay? I will tell you that. But you're a little bit confused. You're reading it wrong. Okay? So if look, I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. This isn't Rainbow Unicorn Tarot, and this is one of my more controversial readings. I'm picking probably the wrong week to do it. You know, it applies both ways. If you feel like everything's going to be good and this 10 of Swords is good, it's going to start a whole new life for me and it's going to be great. If I could just buy that house, Steve. If I could just get that land, Steve. If I could just get that person, Steve, everything would be great. Again, if you feel anything about this, one way or the other, you're confused. You're reading your intuition wrong. You're reading it backwards. You're like looking at it, but it's upside down. It's like somebody comes up to your intuition and goes, oh no, it's like that. Oh. For most of you, you're seeing it as a negative. I will tell you that. This is for more than one person. But for obviously. But for most of you, you're seeing it as a negative. You see it as it's just going to fall. I'm just drawn to that here. All right? You're reading your intuition wrong. You think you got it right, but you don't. But again, right now, if you think anything is going to be the end-all, be-all, whether it's a positive or a negative, the end-all, be-all. In other words, you might think or feel with your intuition, I'll just use a house as an example. Well, if I get this house, Steve, if I buy that, everything's going to go wrong. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be awful. You're reading your intuition wrong. Okay? Or if I get this house, Steve, everything's going to be great. Again, you're feeling a 10 of Swords, end all, be all. Meaning if you don't get it, you're not going to be happy, right? I'll be fine if I could just get that, right? Any kind of feeling like that, you're wrong. It's not going to make you happy. It is. It's like retail therapy. In this example, it's like retail therapy. It's not as bad as the negative thinks it is. It won't be the end of the world, but it's not going to be the end all, be all for you either. Okay? It's not going to fix everything. All right. Let's see where we go. Happiness comes from within. It's not attached to a bunch of shit. You know? Suffering is attached to a bunch of shit. In fact, I can tell you, houses come with a lot of fucking problems attached to them. All kinds of shit you got to deal with. And there's no landlord to call. You know? It's like, oh, shit. You know? Anyway, and contractors lie. They lie about the price. They lie about how long it's going to take. They are born fucking liars. They truly are. It's great. It's almost like you got to be a sociopath to be a contractor. I know my father was a contractor growing up. That man could lie. Oh, yeah, it's going to take about 2 weeks. Probably be about 3 or 4 grand. Total lie. It took like 9 weeks. He knew all up front it was going to take 9 weeks, and it was going to be about 12 grand. He knew that. He knew it. Going in. It's just what it is. It's just how it works. So it's not in fact, it probably causes you more stress if it is a house for you. Anyway, my point is, any end all be all thoughts, be they negative or positive, are incorrect. All right. So, and I've given you enough examples to point that out. I don't want any confusion. I don't want you thinking, oh, my intuition is wrong. That's what Steve's saying. Because again, this is a week where people misunderstand. I'm not saying that. On little things, I'm saying intuition attached to end all be all things. Right? I won't be happy unless this happens. Or if this happens, my life is over. Right? End all be all. That's all. The rest of it, your intuition's fine. You know. On the surface stuff, you're probably reading it right. Here we go. I'm shuffling on you. So, I have to point out, it flows both ways. All right. Bottom of the deck is the King of Swords, fueled by an Eight of Cups. Yeah, for most of you, it's on the negative side. For most of you. You think it's all going to go wrong. I know it, Steve. Okay. I don't know why. You feel like something's going to happen. You feel like you're going to get something or something's going to reach out. It could even be somebody sitting at work thinking they're going to get fired every day. I know I'm going to get fired. I know they're talking about me in that boardroom. There's a bit of paranoia here on some level. I don't understand why. You're missing a point of some kind. Let's take a look. Let's pull some cards. The lovers. The Empress. There's the Empress. There's your intuition. There's your fucking... Oh, my God. What is going on here? And the Eight of Swords. Again, the truth is there. You're just not reading it right. Why? Let me grab the witches. Okay. And again, it flows either way, positive or negative. For most of you, it's a negative. All right? Again, but even the Eight of Cups here, I shouldn't even say that. But I just feel like for most of you, it's on the negative side, you know. But it could even be, Steve, if I get this, I can finally walk away from these 8 cups and everything will be great. Be careful about believing. This rainbow sword comes from the 10 of cups. That's fairyland, right? Be careful about believing fairyland truths. Right? Happiness comes from within. Right? And then that applies on the negative or the positive. The house or the car isn't going to make you happy. It's not. It's like a temporary high. That's all. You get bored with it quickly. Right? And the first time a contractor rips you off with the house, it'll make you very unhappy, I promise you. Right? But the same thing in the negative. It's not gonna make you happy or unhappy. If you're happy inside, if you've worked on your soul, you can't be touched. That doesn't matter. Whatever. Oh well. You hear people say all the time with things like money and stuff, it's only money, whatever. Right? Yeah, those are people that are happy within themselves. That's what it is. So anyway, let's find out what's going on here. Because I got beautiful things. I got, your intuition is just reading something wrong. I'm going to pull on 8 swords and find out what the fuck's wrong. I'm going to pop the hood on you. All right? Because here you are sitting in 8 swords. Only you can get out of it. That makes this reading a real pain in the ass for me because I can't get you out of the 8 swords. Only you can. All right? All right, let's see where we're at. It's not surprising this week. There are big energies with Lionsgate and all that kind of stuff going on. It's not surprising on some level. But yeah, these are big cards I'm going to be pulling. This is a little rinky-dink 8 of swords. It's nonsense. You're worried about. You're going around in circles. Oh, it's all going to be over. It's all going to be whatever. Or it's going around in circles in the positive. Oh, it's all going to be great. It's all going to be great. It's neither going to be great nor horrible. Most stuff in life pans out floating somewhere down the middle. It's crossed by the Hierophant. That's why I'm saying that. You've put some kind of a... It's not even an expectation. It's just you're all in with the chips on something. That it's either going to be bad, the end of the world, or the beginning of a whole new life. And roses and rainbows everywhere. There's either unicorns or fucking fire-breathing dragons. Okay? All right. But you've put a lot on this. You're all in. I mean, what's on top? 8 of Wands. You can feel it coming. And you're generating your own anxiety here. You do this. You're an anxiety energy generating machine. Not just about this. You might be prone to that. That might be something that were you nervous about a lot of stuff as a kid? It doesn't have to be. But for somebody, I just hit the nail on the head. You're nervous about everything. Everything. You get nerves, you're nervous, and oh God. Whenever you get, I'll tell you this right now. And you could take this, even if it's not you, it's good for you to know. You can help somebody else. When you get nervous about something, oh, I'm nervous, I got butterflies in my stomach, I don't know what I'm going to do. You start shaking and stuff like that, really nervous. Maybe it's first day of school, first day of work, maybe you're going to camp, maybe you're going out in a boat for the first time or something, on a plane, whatever it is, you get really nervous. The energy of nervousness fucks up your radar. It completely screws your intuition. It messes it all up. It throws it all out of whack. So keep that in mind. So if you got some kind of spidey sense, right, it's not working. It's not. It only works when you're not nervous about it. Those nerves really mess it up. So again, keep that in mind. So if you want to, you probably have a powerful intuition. So if you want to use it, only you can get yourself out of this. You need to get yourself out of this. Try some meditation or something like that. You know. Yeah. Yep. You feel something's coming. Why is the Eight of Wands here? Eight swords. It's a feedback loop. 8 swords. Why is the 8 swords here? Because something's coming. Why is the 8 wands here? Because I'm in 8 swords and I can feel something. Your intuition's all fucked up. You're all fucked up. AFU. All fucked up. What's the bridging energy here? If this deck had another 8 of swords, I bet it would come out. 10 cups. And what did I just say? This rainbow is from the 10 of cups, right? It's a whole lot of delusional truth. It's all kinds of nonsense. Again, this card just represents delusion, a false perception. It's because of the 8 of swords. Forget nervousness. That was a good example. It's good. It's something for you to take forward. It's real. It does. Being nervous about something does mess you all up as far as your intuition goes. You're reading it all wrong and you're injecting all sorts of shit into it. But 8 swords does too. You got 16 swords here about 8 wands of communication or 8 wands of forward movement or 8 wands of something happening. You might jam yourself up and might make it not happen. This is what I call a self-fulfilling prophecy here. Okay? So in other words, using the house as an example. On the negative side, you're like, oh, if I get there, oh, it's going to be terrible. It's going to all fall apart, but I feel like I have to, but whatever. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy because you're all anxious about it. You're reading the truth the wrong way. You're going to just see the negative in everything, and it's going to fall apart. Same applies if it's the positive. You know, it's going to fall on top of your head because of this delusion. We want to try to go into things as clear as possible. This is anything but clear. I read it more as nervousness than I do anxiety. I think you feel something coming and something's making you nervous, but for some reason with the way the energy is right now, it's running a little batshit crazy. All right, be careful about that. Let's well, can we pull on that? All right. This is just talking about your intuition, and the rainbow sword is tied to the 10 of cups. We talked about that. Let's pull on the lovers real quick. I'm going to take the Hierophant out, and I'm just going to cross that there because I want that energy there. And I'm going to shuffle the witches for the lovers. Why's the lovers here? What's going on here with this? What's going on? Talk to me. Like lovers do. Right? Isn't that the arrhythmic? Sometimes I get the Eurythmics. Sweet dreams are made of these. But this time around, because I got that line, talk to me, like lovers do or something like that. There's some line like that in the song. But this time I'm getting the Marilyn Manson version, not the Eurythmics. You know what I'm saying? It's a little more ominous, if you will. Okay. I liked his version. I thought it was pretty good, actually. All right, the lovers. What's going on? Okay. It's crossed by the Ace of Swords. It's the Archangel Michael's Sword of Truth. Archangel Michael's Sword of Truth, right? There is something coming towards you, and it's fine. It's the love geese. Let's just keep it across the board. Let's just calm it down. Let's not worry about houses or cars or anything big or doom or it's going to be the end all be all. It's just, there is something coming towards you, and it's fine. It's not the end all be all. It's not going to make you happy, and now you can live your life, and it's not going to all fall apart, and it's going to be horrible. It's somewhere in between. Because I've got Archangel Michael's sword of truth crossing the lovers, and fueling that is this lion sack of shit, the Seven of Swords. See what I'm saying? You're reading it wrong. I don't know why. I have no idea. It's probably something. This is an Is This You reading, so it's not an energy weather update, although I suspect the surrounding energies aren't helping, right? But this is someone who is prone to either anxiety or getting nervous about things, new things, big things, things that bring change, right? And this is probably something. This is probably nothing new. This might be something, and I'm going to try to whittle down who this is for. This is probably something that you've done for a while in your life. You can remember as far back as summer camp when you were a kid and being just totally nervous about it, right? Pee yourself kind of nervous, sort of a thing. I mean, I don't know. It feels like a lot of nerves. It seems like it's not something that should just set in later. Although, if this is your first experience with something big that changes everything, you're moving away from home for the first time, you're buying a home for the first time, you're big purchases like a car or something like that, or God forbid you get in a boat, which stands for about another 1,000, because they always make sure you got extra thousands laying around to fix the fucking thing, right? So whatever the case here, it could just be your big life-changing thing. Don't let the bastards get you down, but don't let the anxiety hold you back. I've got double 8 swords here, and it feedback loops onto itself. That's why that's important. It's like you've got the anxiety in the first place, which is causing you to read your intuition wrong or apply the end-all be-all to it, because you could feel it coming in, but then as you feel it coming in, it gets even worse. It amplifies even more. So the fact that it's about to happen or it's about to come in feeds the 8 of Swords, which then you feed. Right? Because it's in the base energy. So again, it's all bigger than you think it is. You got this, you're believing these delusional truths about this thing. Really what it boils down to is you think it's either going to ruin your life or make you happy. And it's neither of those things, whatever is coming in. Whether it's a person, place, thing, or idea. It doesn't matter. Happiness comes from inside you. It does not come from shit. The only thing that comes from shit is stress and suffering. And the Buddhists will tell you that. Straight up. All suffering comes from possessions and crap that we worry about and stuff that we lug around with us. Oh, it's a fucking nightmare, right? If I didn't have to have anything, if I didn't have to have a car or a place to live or anything, and I could just roam around with a knapsack and all my stuff in a knapsack, I'd be the happiest guy in the fucking world. Like that guy from Kung Fu or the Hulk. Right? Didn't David Banner walk around and he just turned into the Hulk and helped people in various places? I would love to be that. Just walking from town to town. That'd be great. That'd be terrific. All right? But don't put, like we talked about earlier, don't put anything on pedestals or anything like that. We talked about all of that in an earlier reading. Be careful about that. Be careful about putting end-all be-alls on things. This seems to be a theme in the energy this week. What's on top here? The 4 of Cups. And why is that here? The 9 of Swords. Again, more worrying about bullshit. Nonsense. False sword of Damocles. Right? For most of you, and I was right, this backs me up. For most of you, you feel something coming and you think it's going to change everything, but you don't necessarily think it's going to be good. You think it's going to be, this is going to ruin everything. Right? I don't know why, I just get it here. If you want to stop this energy, your best bet is to apply. If you can't be neutral about whatever this is, at least be apathetic about it. Okay? At least just be like, well, whatever. Try to take an attitude of whatever. Let's just go for it. Right? Whatever. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It's coming at you. It's something very good, very righteous, but it's being read incorrectly. All right? And that leads to, again, missing out on the benefits of this, whatever those benefits may be, great or small. And again, a bit of a false victory with the Five of Swords, a bit of, because you're only really seeing the surface of it. And there is actually a Six of Wands actual victory to be had here, should you choose to have it. All right. Let's pull what else we get. What else you want to tell this people that this is for? Okay. And again, this might be future influence for you, for some of you. Maybe you're not prone to getting nervous, but maybe there is a big life-changing thing that's coming up. Be careful about putting absolutes on things. This is going to be horrible, or this is going to be the best thing that ever happened. Try not to go there with that kind of stuff, especially because whoever this is for, that energy feeds itself inside you, and then it goes crazy, right? It goes absolutely nuts. So be careful about that. You do have a powerful intuition, which is either a good thing or a bad thing. Sometimes you fall back on it too much, right? Sometimes you can trust it so much that even when it's a little bit off, Seven of Swords, then you start believing that too, right? All right, let's see where we go. What else you want to tell whoever this is for? One card, the crossing card. What you got? Well, the bottom is the Magician. That's encouraging, isn't it? It probably wants to talk about this thing, whatever it is. And again, it could be future influence. The Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's just a basic message. I mean, I'm going to pull a couple more. I suppose I could pull a couple more cards. And basically, this is saying that you're not getting anything that you can't handle. There's good or bad, negative or positive. There's nothing coming at you that you can't handle. You can handle it. There is no absolute here. It's the beginning of a new journey for you. All right. What else? Three of Swords, and the King of Pentacles, and one more, and the Strength card. Again, I've got an energy of stability here. With these cards, basically would be read like this right here with the So we're stable. So whatever is happening right now, what you might be feeling is that you're compensating for a Three of Swords. It's possible. It's possible that, this is like the King of Pentacles crossed to the Three of Swords is sort of like retail therapy to get over something negative, something bad, something that hurt you, sort of a thing. You don't need to. It's not going to do that. It comes from, again, it's what I already told you. It comes from inside you. It comes from having the heart chakra open, which definitely gives you a lot of confidence and things along those lines. But happiness comes from inside. It comes from you. The energy is right for you to see that. So, by all means, buy that house. By all means, make that big purchase. By all means, whatever this is you feel coming. Yeah, it looks like it is coming. But don't put any anxiety, don't attach any anxiety to it. Don't put any end-all be-all. It's going to be horrible, Steve, or it's going to change my life, Steve. Now, once I get that, I can go on and live a great life and be happy. The two have nothing to do with one another. Believe me. And this is saying that here as well. That's it. What else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else you want to say? Well, let's pull on you real quick. I don't know. Let's see. Here's what it is. This is definitely something big that you feel coming. You feel it coming in for sure. It's hard to miss the love geese, but this is nonsense, okay? For a lot of you, you're really anxious about it. You're really putting, Jesus, you're running some worst case scenarios that you shouldn't be, I mean, I'm all for running worst case scenarios, but not 2 8 swords worth, not 16 swords worth of them. All right, here we go. And I'm all for running best case scenarios, but not crazy town 16 swords of them, all right? Both energies apply. All right, the Empress. Tell me more about this Empress and then we'll go. Anything you want to say? Yeah, you're like I see that with the Magician here, the Novice. Be careful about thinking, you are reflecting as Empress energy here. And I'm not, this is one of those weeks where I'm going to get misunderstood a lot. And what's going to happen is somebody's going to get offended because they think they're the fucking warlock on the hill. Don't think you're the warlock on the hill. Don't think that you've figured out how to use your mystical powers, your intuition, your empathy to read things and whatever. Don't ever think you got it all figured out, right? There isn't a day that goes by that I don't think I have anything figured out. And because that's how you learn. That's how you keep growing. You know, the moment you think you've got it all figured out is, in fact, the moment you should realize you don't. Okay, at the end of the day. You're still on a learning curve with picking up on things like this, with reading energies like this. Keep that in mind, okay? Be open to making mistakes once in a while and realizing that. Because I can tell right now there's resistance with several people watching this reading who are like, no, I know. I'm as good as you are, Steve. I know. Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to get into a competition with you. But at the end of the day here, that right there, that kind of attitude alone shows exactly what I'm trying to get across here. You're still a novice. You're always a novice. There's never a moment where you're not. Even the master still believes they're a novice. Right? You start thinking you're the master and I'm this and that, then arrogance has set in and it's lost. You've lost it, right? You've screwed the pooch. You've lost the plot. You know, Temperance and the Nine of Cups. Bridging energy, the Ace of Pentacles. You're very well protected. I'm just pulling on you right now, just for fun. I mean, I'm telling you, you got a lot to learn with reading your intuition and getting things right, if this reading's for you. Again, it's called, Is This You? But if you're getting offended when I say that and it makes you angry, it's definitely for you. It definitely is. It's the things that get us going, that get us riled up, and it trigger like that. It's the whole reading's about intuition, all right? And even I do this from time to time too. So I don't even have the nervous gene, and I misread things from time to time. It's hard to misread a feedback loop of 2 8 swords with something coming in that backs up the pre-shuffle, but no, we're pretty spot on here as it goes. Anyway, you're very well protected. The universe is only sending, I don't want to say only, whether you see it as a negative or not makes no difference. The universe seems to be only sending you positive energy at the moment. You seem to be surrounded by positive energy. I don't know why you would read it negative, but you might want to look in on that. That's more of an ego issue than anything else. And we see that with the double 8 of swords and even this 10 of cups. Okay? So keep that in mind. You got a lot of positive energy around you. You might be reading it negative because it's taking a while for the universe to fulfill some of what you've put out there and what you've tried to manifest. It can. Sometimes it's got to move a lot of energies around to make things happen. It could take a while. Sometimes, I won't lie to you. Some of you might have tried to manifest something at 22 years old that you won't see until you're 80. Okay, it is possible. And you'll be like, I can't believe this is showing up now, right? I mean, maybe, but hey, it is what it is. Take it. Even if it shows up late, it's there for your next lifetime. I'll tell you that. That's about it. I think we're good to go. All right. Don't cheat yourself. Cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself out of the lesson here by thinking you've got your intuition. Oh, I'm the Empress, Steve. Don't start thinking you're the warlock on the hill. All right. Be careful about that. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I've done my best. Take it for what it's worth to you. It's called Is This You? But be honest about whether or not it is. And again, it could be future influence for you. All right. If nothing else, you've learned that you got a lot of positive energy around you, which again, it's taking a while. I can dig why you might be skewing things toward the negative. Anyway, that's your reading. Good luck.